Welcome to Husbad's Lazy Sunday. You know, on Sunday sometimes you just feel lazy and just watch something entertaining, like movies and TV shows. Just like that, in Lazy Sunday, I'll be talking about something entertaining. It can be a movie, a TV show, a book, or even a video game. And today, I'm going to review a steak. Actually, I'm going to review a Netflix series, Beef, and what's at stake around the show. You know, beef and steak.
What is your problem? What?
All the daddy jokes aside, I love to see Steven Yeun and Ellie Wang starring at the same show, and I really enjoyed watching it until the last episode. Let's cover what I liked about. I liked the part that it got into conflict pretty much right away in the beginning of the show. The show pretty much starts with road rage incident between two characters, and the progression of the story itself was somewhat like Steven Yeun's character, Danny's emotional state. Almost impulsive and get to the point pretty much right away without going through the steps. And I think it worked. Also, throughout the show, I found that both Danny and Amy are sharing very much the same quality, although they are living in very different worlds. They both have financially helpful but unpleasant family members, immature members in the households, vengeful, mostly the way they manage the anger, and they both enjoy masturbation. These elements are so well aligned and makes audience quickly catch their similarity. Another part that I liked about was Korean American representation. Now, I personally really hate the way Asian Americans are represented here in the US because usually it's way off and super misrepresented, especially and ironically when things are created by Asian creators. But this time, I want to thank the creators for at least making Korean part pretty accurately. I don't have an immigrant family and I am Korean, so I can't really speak for other Asians, but usually I couldn't really relate to any other Asian American stuff like movies and TV shows, but this time I was like, oh hey, I've seen a guy like Edwin who broke down after losing a praise team leader position in a church, or guys like Paul who has difficulty with his independence. Lastly, I really like how they put a lot of elements of potential crisis which they made the story keep going. The examples of the elements can be Amy creating fake social media account, the secret relationship in between Paul and Amy, Naomi trying to bring down Amy, Danny investing in Bitcoin, Isaac himself, who has a full potential of trouble, and more. Also, David Choi acting as Isaac it's kind of like method acting, but well, I think David did pretty good job as an actor in the show. I don't know what he said in his podcast in the past is true or not, but I believe it is not cool to talk publicly about it. Anyway, I'm not gonna deep dive into this controversy, so I'll leave it there, because if not, he's gonna have a beef with me, like this.
I'm not gonna tell him.
Hey, it's a good idea.
Okay, let's talk about something I didn't like about the show. I was hoping to see more aggressiveness from Danny and Amy, like how they were shown in the trailer, but instead it turns out to be they're more like unhappy individuals than mad or angry people. Also, I'm gonna have to say I was pretty disappointed with the last episode. We already know Amy and Danny share similar qualities. What I liked about this show is that they made it very clear to the audience, at least to me, with minimal explanation. But all of a sudden they became each other after eating raw poisonous veggies and berries in the wild and explain, complain, and talk about how much they are alike. And the show spends too much time on it. And in the end, they leave us so many questions. I mean, yeah, the last shot is artistic, beautiful, and all that, but a lot of questions are remained unanswered. What happened to Danny's parents? Are they going to stay or going back? What happened to the burned house? What is insurance company going to do? Are you gonna get new LG rice cooker or what? What is Paul gonna do? Is he going to stick around with the family or is he going to find a separate way? What is George doing after shooting Danny? He left Amy then came back, so what does he wanna do? Basically, there is a whole mess left behind but nothing left resolved. If you're just gonna talk about their emotional journey, I don't think they needed that much of events nor that many characters get involved with it. I feel like I go to a Michelin star restaurant and see all this juicy fat beef like Wagyu and filet mignon, but end up having McDonald's cheeseburger. I love McDonald's though. Anyway, you get the idea. I feel like a lot of TV shows and movies these days have great concepts and styles with poor story structures and conclusions. For me, Beef is one of them. So overall, I don't regret watching it, but I think they could have done so much better than what it is. It is just my opinion, and if you have different opinion about the show, please do share your thoughts by leaving the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next video.